You are on this council, but we do not grant you the rank of master.
What?
How can you say this? You got some nerve, sitting there shameless. I bled for this order, killed for your peace. You hail my strength, but treat me like a freak. This is outrageous. You treat my power like it's dangerous. I saved your lives, now I'm seen as traitorous. It's unfair. I'm the chosen one, ain't no council pet. You gave me Jedi status, but still show disrespect. Fuck that, I'll burn this temple to ash. I'm done with your crap, I'll teach some younglings their last class.
Take a motherfucking seat, young skywanker. Yo, entitlement thicker than a hut getting fatter. Ego inflated like a pirate's bladder. A saber with anger don't make you matter. I hold more power than a Death Star reactor. A mate's fucking wind, do no hair, just swagger. You pose like a Jedi, but your presence is weak. I step in the room and the force gets on its knees. You sit in a chair just cause I let you breathe. My purple saber so big it don't fit in a sheath. Boy, you're still a slave. Health's got the leash, while I'm the reason Yoda meditates in fucking peace. Take it away, Obi-Dub.
It's over, Anakin. I am high.
Feeling like a force ghost on a permanent trip in the sky. Head over green in the pipe. Yo, this kush got me deep fried. Had a vision, Qui-Gon said your boy picked the dark side.
What about the droid to tackle the Wookiees?
Padme hit me up on a late night shift. Sliding smoother than a Jedi mind trick. I felt a great disturbance in my pants. Your girl felt it too. She called me master. I made her wet dreams come true. Before I left, she said, tell Anakin this.
May divorce be with you.
Yes.
Fade in.
No, God!
Fade in. Fade in. Fade in. Fade in. Fade in.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
I am the type of Star Wars fan that doesn't even have a favorite movie. I just want to live in the universe of Star Wars continually, in perpetuity, forever. So when people are like, what's your favorite Star Wars movie? I'm like, there is no Star Wars movie. There is only Star Wars.
I'm gonna kill myself! I'm going to kill myself, and it's your fault!
The sequel movies were just the worst garbage ever. Last Jedi was one of the worst movies I've ever seen in my life. I wanted to leave the theater, but I was like, I can't. It's Star Wars. You know, I need to watch it. But man, was that bad.
I think that the thing that George never did was maintain the status quo. And I think that that's really important because...
Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you!
When I read 8, I told Ryan, I fundamentally disagree with virtually everything you've decided about my character.
Who is this guy? How did the most optimistic, hopeful character in the galaxy turn into this hermit who says it's time for the Jedi to end? I read that and I said, what? I mean, that's not what a Jedi does. I mean, a Jedi is optimistic. A Jedi has tenacity. He never gives up. He doesn't secrete himself on an island. But you'll...
What's the best kind of firework to buy?
Wouldn't you like to know, Weather Boy?
Where are your parents? Kid's sketchy. Back to you guys.
So they wanted us to keep going. That Star Wars girl said, keep going. Okay, so...
That Star Wars girl.
That Star Wars girl.
Star Wars
Anna.
girl.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Star Wars girl. Yeah, hit us up. Well, I think let's do it.
Nice.
Yeah. If you've got a show and you're from the Azores, let's do it.
There you go.
Bigfoot is a legend. Okay, so there's this legend.
I'm
So
thinking
Mount Shasta
Peaches
is a
and Anna
volcano.
are Lemurians, I think, because you do have lemur arms. Peaches has fur. Like, you guys are Lemurians, aren't you? And you're both from Northern California, where Mount Shasta is.
Peaches is pretty hairy.
I think you guys are.
Thanks.
Are
Like Chewbacca.
are you or are you not Lemurians, you and Peaches?
I have to go.
Wait, what are we talking about?
I figured out how to monetize social justice warriors.
I have no love for He-Man. I know, but I have no love for He-Man either, but he's got a place in the world in a comic book story.
When I was a kid, I'd watch He-Man and Masters of the Universe when I got home from school. From 1981 to 82, it was a rich...
I'm kind of retarded. There's some chick named
That Star Wars girl or something like that. And she wrote this fucking screen. She was like, you're always doing this. And she ended with, be a man. And I was like, what the fuck? I've been struggling my whole life not to be a man.
Yeah.
Grown up fucking teenager. and
Not
shit.
to be the version of a man we thought we were supposed to be.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The man that she was suggesting that I'd be. and
like
stuff.
our dad's generation.
Who
where
didn't
they're-
fucking cry.
No.
Although my father cried.
Shove that rod up that cunt's ass.
Hey, what are we talking about?
That Star Wars girl.
That Star Wars girl. That Star Wars girl. That Star Wars girl. That Star Wars girl. That Star Wars girl. That Star Wars girl. That Star Wars girl. That Star Wars girl. That Star Wars girl. That Star Wars girl. That Star Wars girl.
Oh yeah, be a man.
No, would you spit in his mouth?
Anyhow, to all of our Star Wars fans in China.
What's up, all my Ewoks, Tribbles, Droids, and Wookiees? It's Anna, also known as the Star Wars Girl. Let me fix my name because I was just on another show. Hello. Oh, it's been a week, guys, and it's been one hell of a week. I have to admit, I've been seriously depressed. I have over and over again lost complete faith in humanity because of what I've been seeing. And there's people that had a really big impact on my life that I'm seeing praising murder. And like part of me wants to believe that they're just brainwashed, but at the same time, I don't know how you can be brainwashed into celebrating murder. I don't understand it. So I've been really depressed about that. There was someone in particular that it was, of course, an old college professor, but he really helped me and had a really big impact on my life. And to see the shit that he's been posting, and it sucks because I'm just like, I respected you so much, and I cannot believe the shit. And I'm really, really hoping he's just brainwashed. And I've seen people that I know that I was friends with, and I'm just like, the simple fact is you don't have to agree with everything that Charlie was saying, but that doesn't mean he deserves to die. All the dude did was just go to campuses and have conversations. That's not evil. He's not out there murdering people. He's not shooting anyone. He's not trying to indoctrinate children into physically harming themselves. He's never hurt anyone. All he did was talk, and that was too much. That's evil. It's like, but now the guy that actually did murder someone is getting praised. But we're gonna get all into that. I'm really, really upset, and I apologize to people that know me, that wanted to talk to me, that want to coordinate things with me. Listen, when I'm depressed or when I'm angry, I can't talk to anyone. I have to be left alone. I have to let my feelings either run their course and like settle, or I have to like cry it out kind of thing. So I'm not very social when I'm upset, either angry or sad. Like, when I'm sad, I really do just need to be left alone. And just because when I'm around other people, when I'm really upset, obviously like my husband's there, my baby's there, that's a little bit different, but it's like, I'm not in the mood for casual conversation. So I apologize to people that have been reaching out to try to talk to me. I need my feeling to settle. Maybe that's because I'm a whammon. So I've just been really emotional. But before I get into the topics, I do have to do some self-promotion because, guys, I am going to be taking this down tomorrow. So for those that don't know, if you guys were wondering why there's like a shit ton of eyes up on this wall behind me, I spent the past 4 years doing this thing called the Eye Project, where I was trying to better my skill and paint eyes. And eyes are the window to the soul. I was working on this other project years ago, and I just like kept repainting the eye because I just wasn't getting it right. I'm like, okay, the way to better your skill is to practice. So I practiced, and all of these eyes are from volunteers in the audience. This is just the first wave. This is just the first 100. I painted 200. I've actually painted more than 200, and I am actually going to extend it to 300. But I did end up making a book, or I'm planning on making a book. I just signed the paperwork, so and getting all that done with the printer. I already have things that have been ordered that are coming in. So this is the I project. So if you guys like my channel and my content and you guys want to support me further, this is what I do when I'm happy. This is my happy place. Like if I could do anything, I would just be left alone painting. Like that is what I was put on this earth to do, I believe. So this was just an absolute honor that look at all of this entire wall behind me in this photo. It wouldn't be possible if it wasn't for you guys. So thank you. And I am making a book. Now I did post an update. For whatever reason, the updates on Indiegogo aren't allowing me to share photos. So if you guys scroll all the way down on this campaign to the bottom, oh yeah, if you want to see, this is what it looks like on my easel. That's like me holding the finished one. And originally when I made this Indiegogo, I didn't have an idea of, or I had kind of an idea, but this was like the concept art of what I wanted. And so this, let me scroll all the way down. So this is actually what the book is going to look like. This is the cover of the book. It's going to be gold embossed, which means they make like a pressed in stamp, and it is going to be gold. The edges of the paper, that's called gilded edges. So each sheet of paper in this book is going to have gold gilded edges, which I'm really excited about. This is the spine. I did ask you guys for your opinion on it, and we had picked the other one, but I was informed that it's too small for them to make a stamp. They said it would be fine if they didn't have to add the gold, but it just wouldn't fit with the gold. So we did it this way. That's also why the design is the way that it is on the front, is because they're limited to how they can add. They said if you just wanted to like press it in, it'd be fine. Like you can add things, but when you want the gold like stamped into it, there's a limit on what you can do. And I did want that. So pretend like this sheet right here is gold, but this is what the spine is going to be. And then the color of this book, I thought I had my things out here, but I guess I didn't. It's going to be a chocolate brown. Originally, I had only planned on doing one book when I launched this campaign, but I did end up deciding that I'm going to split it into 3. So this first book is going to be chocolate brown, and then the next 2 books are either going to be blue or green, because those are eye colors. And maybe if one day I did a 4th, maybe I'd do like gray or something like that. But so this book is going to be chocolate brown with gold embossed and then gold around the edges, which I think is going to look really pretty. I'm excited. Here's a sample of what the interior page. So it's going to have the picture of the eye, and it'll say which eye it is, and then the name that I was given for the eye. So I'm excited about that. So this was eye number 1. And then this is eye 47. And then this is eye 98. Now I just grabbed these randomly. So I just picked them and stuck them up there. So those are, that's what's going to be in the book, just to give you guys an idea. So again, thank you so much. I am going to take this down tomorrow because I severely underestimated how much all of this was going to cost. So if you guys are interested in ever backing it, whatever I have left over will be up on my Etsy. They will never be this price again. Just an FYI to everyone. So if you guys are interested, or maybe you're like, oh, I'll just wait until she puts them up on Etsy, they will never be this price again. They will be much more expensive because I severely underestimated how much it costs to make a hardcover book with all of these special features that I like, because I'm a girl and I like shiny things. So if you guys are interested in supporting this, go and click the link. It's pinned in the chat. It is also in the description of the stream, both here on YouTube and over on Rumble. So thank you so much. Also, I have an Etsy if you guys are interested. I sell prints and like stickers and posters up there. So a lot of it is just like fan art. And yeah, so go check it out if you guys haven't. I'd really appreciate it. If you guys are just interested in supporting the channel and you guys want to get like a little thing for it, that's where you guys can do it. And also, if you're ever looking for me, you guys can find me on my link tree. I just spammed it with like links to everything that I ever do. So it's like my art, my merch, my Facebook, my Etsy, my locals, my art channel, my live channel, my Odyssey, my YouTube, my Twitch, my Instagram, my Twitter. All of that is all over on my link tree. So that's it for the shilling today, but I did want to make sure that I got that in there. Now I cannot find my Rumble, but thank you. I saw people were watching over on Rumble. Thank you so much. Please smash that like button. And everyone here on YouTube's, please smash that like button. I did see I had a couple of super chats that came in before I started, so let me just read those. So it says Blueberry Budget Pepe. Thank you for 2 super chats in a row. It says, we must defeat the Death Star of Zionism/communism. I've seen the Zionism term. I still don't know what it means, but it just makes me think of Zion National Park. And then the same person sends a little laughing pear. Well, thank you for the 2 $5, which means it's 10. Thank you. Disillusion Man, thank you for the 199. Hail, Anna, and chat. RIP Charlie and Iryna. Yeah, we're gonna be getting into it today, guys. So just a warning. All right, let's see. Blueberry Budget Pepe, thank you for another super sticker. It's a little doggy waving, so thank you. Let me see if they are popping up on here now. Okay. Faulty Interface, thank you for gifting 10 memberships. Thank you so much, my dude. Let me see. Master Lions, thank you for becoming a member for 16 months. And he says heart, cheer, or glass, and then pray. So thank you for that. Red Leaf 79, thank you for becoming a new member. Master Lions, thank you for gifting another 10 memberships. Wow, thank you, my dude. Mark's Art, thanks for the 10. Good evening, Anna. This past week and a half has proven there is true evil in the world. We must have faith that Iryna and Charlie's passing have woken some people up. It definitely woke me up because before, you guys all know, no politics on my channel was like the number one thing. But again, it's just, I think, I can't even say that because it's like, I don't know how I would be feeling. But I'll be honest with you guys, watching a close-up video of somebody getting shot in the neck, if that doesn't make you say like, holy shit, like that was fucked up and there's something seriously wrong in the world, then if you're seeing that and thinking, hey, that's great, oh my God, there is something fucking wrong with you. It's not like the guy was Adolf fucking Hitler. I've seen people comparing him to Osama bin Laden. And it's like, what the actual fuck is wrong with you? He was just a guy talking. And because you didn't like what he had to say, you think he deserves to die? Go fuck yourself. Seriously, what the actual fuck is wrong with you? Like, there are some sick, goddamn twisted people in this world. Like, it got me when I watched the video with Iryna, like the full one, because originally the one that they released, it cuts off right before he stabs her. And that's like the horror, like, it's just, oh my God. It's like the beginning of Jaws when we all know what's about to happen. And, you know, we don't see it though, because it's a movie. And then they released that full like 15-minute video. And then you find out the fucking judge is some DI chick who had never even passed the bar and is a judge that let him go 14 fucking times. That jackass was arrested. And now he's trying to, I saw something about how he's trying to say, oh, well, she said the N-word. It's like, no, you dumb motherfucker. And also, I fucking hate that they try to use that as an excuse. It's like, I don't know, maybe if the N-word was such an offensive word to you, how come you use it? How come, like that just drives me crazy, you know? Because I don't know anyone, like, okay, I have a lot of friends that are Japanese. They don't go around calling themselves Jap, right? Like, they don't do that. I don't understand, like, the lack of logic there. It's like, oh, you're so offended by this word, then why do you use it all the goddamn fucking time? If you were really that offended, you would never say it, right? But I don't fucking understand. But watching that video of Iryna get brutally murdered and then nobody do anything. Again, I told you guys, like, I lived in San Francisco. I've been attacked by crazy people and no one tried to help me. I know exactly what it's like to be in that situation. Luckily, I didn't die. Luckily, the psycho that attacked me didn't use any kind of weapons, but she had them on her. I saw it in the court report. So I got really fucking lucky, but that could have been me. And like that struck a chord. And then the stuff with Charlie, like you have to be a real inhuman piece of fucking shit to watch a gazillion different angles of watching somebody get murdered and have the reaction like, oh, well, he deserved it because he said things or he was racist. Like, no, he was. Find me. I'm still waiting. I am still waiting for a single fucking video with full context, might I add, because if you just say the clip, like, oh, well, he said he didn't like empathy. It's like, well, did you see his whole explanation? Oh, you didn't. You're just going off of one thing. So you're taking something out of context. Again, guys, I have been called a Nazi. I have been called a racist. I have been called a misogynistic man baby. Am I any of those things? No. But I've been called all those things. So when I see dumbasses on the fucking internet going and saying this, I'm like, well, I don't fucking believe you because I've been called those things for tweeting something as innocent as LOL. I've been called those things because I said, hey, that's not how a lightsaber works. Rey pressed the wrong button. You can literally watch the original Star Wars of Luke Skywalker igniting his lightsaber versus where Rey does it on the same fucking lightsaber and it's wrong. For that, I got called a Nazi. For that, I got called racist. For that, I got called a misogynistic man baby that lives in my mother's basement. And I'm like, bitch, I'm a woman. The last time I checked, I don't know if women can be misogynistic. And also, I live in my own house. I haven't lived with my mother since I was 15. Like, what? And also, my mother didn't have a basement. So I live in California. There's not very many basements. But so when I see people saying that about Charlie, I'm like, I don't fucking believe you. Also, I would like to point out, like, I saw someone, and again, this was somebody that I respected, and it was like, he said that people that look like me commit this amount of the crimes. And I'm like, I'm sorry that you feel that way, but statistics are what statistics are, you know? I am, though, a little bit relieved by I'm actually genuinely shocked by the amount of people that I didn't know were based that are. Like, there's some people that, like, I never go on Facebook except, like, Facebook Marketplace, but there's some people that I had no idea that they were based, and then I saw some of their posts on Facebook, and I was like, oh my God, thank God you're sane. I'm going to tell you guys this little story, and then I'm going to get to Super Chats, then I'm going to show you guys. I have a bunch of things pulled up. It's safe to be based now. That's true. But I honestly think some people are a lot like me, where they were just like, I'm staying out of it. I want nothing to do with it. Keep that shit away from me with a 10-foot fucking pole. And then they saw this shit and they just can't take it anymore. Because the second you start praising murder, you know, and I've seen people say this about me. They're like, oh, like once you have kids, you'll feel differently. And I'm like, I haven't changed my views on, like, for example, again, since I am talking about politics, like when it comes to taxes and the way that things are distributed, here's a big thing that I said when I was in high school, and my government teacher actually thought it was a good idea, but then of course somebody was like, oh, well, that's not fair. So universal health care, this is my opinion on it. I think things like that should be like car insurance. Do you want to pay for full coverage or do you want to pay for liability? I'm on the end where I'm like, if something happens to me, I don't know. I'm kind of like, I'd rather just get stuck with a big bill than pay for something my entire life that I'm never going to use. Like, I think that there are things that we automatically should have to pay for. I think we should have to pay for roads. I think we should have to pay for our military. And honestly, I think that if you're in the military, I think it's absolutely awful that I've seen so many people that are like Vietnam vet, World War II vet, Korean vet, homeless. That should be fucking illegal. I think if you are in the service, and as long as you're not dishonorably discharged, you should be covered for life. I think that I don't even know why that's not a thing. But Everything else, I think it should be like car insurance. I think either do you want to pay more so that things go to more things, or do you want to pay less and you get less benefits? I'm completely fine with having less fucking benefits, okay? Because I don't want to pay for markers for school because as an artist, like here in California, we just had to vote for, do we want to spend another $1 billion on giving kids better art supplies? And I'm like, I was in school. Your version of the better art supplies, it's like instead of using like this marker, you use the exact same marker that's like $2 more expensive and it's just as shitty. So yeah, even though I'm an artist, I'm like, no, 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 no. Because I know the shit that the schools would approve of and I think it's shit. So no. Do I want to pay for more band equipment? No. I'm sorry, all you fucking band geeks. I mean, you should do it the old-fashioned way, like I had to do, where I had to like sell cookies, you know? You have to fundraise that shit. Like, I'm sorry, I am not paying for all this extra shit that I don't even fucking use. So if you want to pay, if you want your taxes to be come out of your paycheck to go pay for universal healthcare, that's great. That's absolutely great. That means you're getting taxed on that because that's what you want. I don't want that. I don't want to be taxed on it. And I'm fine that I will use, now that I'm married, like my husband's healthcare. I can tell you in like the past decade, aside from like one instance where it was an emergency and then another where I was having a baby, I haven't had to go to the hospital, so I don't want to pay for something that I don't want to fucking use. So I don't even know why I got on this topic, but like, so there's that, you know, and I said that like literally when I was in high school learning about car insurance. And I'm like, I since I hear people complain about taxes all the time, I'm like, why isn't it like that? Why can't we choose what we want our taxes to go for? If you go in your little voting booth and you go click these boxes, it's like, do you want your taxes to go for this, 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 and this? And aside from like the main ones that we all have to pay for, do you want it to go for this? And then you click yes. It's like, okay, then that gets taken out of your taxes. But if you don't, then, you know, you get to keep more of your money. You see how I personally think that is a better system, but who am I? I'm just like, didn't you get shot? That was in the past decade. I was a little kid, but that's how I feel about it. Do you guys think that that's a good idea? Because I'm like, I came up with that when I was in high school. When did she go full MAGA? I'm not MAGA. Okay. Like, I'm not. Listen. And I saw that they're like, oh, somebody, because I can see when people clip my content and, you know, this says, oh, when this person left the left. Guys, I'm not on either side. I think that there is problems with both sides. I think I'm as close to in the fucking middle as you can possibly get. There's things that I agree with on one side. There's things that I agree with on the other. But at the end of the day, my biggest priority is I worked my fucking ass off to make the money I've made. And I want to keep as much of it as possible. So get your grimy little hands off my money for shit that I don't fucking use, right? I just, that drives me crazy. That is one of my biggest pet peeves. So that is nothing. I couldn't tell you a single policy. And I'm sorry for those that are following modern day politics. I couldn't tell you. Like, I can't name a single senator. I really can't. From my own state, I can't. And I know people would get embarrassed by that, but I genuinely do not care about these people. I think all politicians are evil. I believe with Obi-Wan, maybe there's one or two that are good, but those one or two aren't standing out. Actually, you know what? I actually gained a decent amount of respect for the governor of Utah when I was watching him talk when they were announcing that they caught Charlie's assassin. I was like, oh, he's actually like kind of funny and charismatic. He reminded me of the Doctor a little bit from Star Trek Voyager. So yeah, but when it comes to, you know, oh, are you on this side or are you on this side? I'm on my side. Okay. I'm not on Orange Man side. I'm not on the big booty Latina side. I am on my side. From our president, which I call him that because he is our president. Biden used to be our president. Our current president, I know him because he was the guy with the funny hair on TV, you know, saying you're fired. And he was in Home Alone. And he was just famous for being rich and going bankrupt. Like, that's in my mind, that is who our president is. And I mean, I feel like I know more about what was going on before I was born in American politics than I do now. But right now, what I know is that there's a bunch of people that are aligned with one side that are praising murder, and I think that's wrong. But yes, Mark Zart, thank you for the super chat. Okay. Okay. Utah governor is a rhino? Like raging rhino? That's what I think of. See, I don't know. I don't even know what these terms mean. So when everyone's like, Anna's getting political, like, no, I'm just passionate about the fact that murder is wrong. You know? Okay, let me read some of these super chats. I did want to tell you guys this little story and then get into this topic. Member for 6 months, Spectre Soul, thank you for being a member for 6 months. Wild Week, stay well, thank you. Sheila Johnson, thank you for becoming a new member. Thank you. Darth Dangerson, thank you for congrats on break the 250K mark on YouTube. Very long overdue. Also, not sure if you heard Jimmy Kimmel just got canned over the Charlie Kirk. Okay, I did hear about that, but I saw that or somebody in the chat, because I was just on a previous stream, they said that he was just put on leave. Can somebody please send that to me on Twitter? My DMs are still open. Again, when I'm depressed, I don't really feel like chit-chatting and all that, so you know, for those of you that got offended that I didn't like have a heart to part with you, I apologize. Like, I don't, like, I'm not in the mood to really sit down and like have, you know, a back and forth. But I did hear about that. I did want to look it up. I don't know about the situation, but I'm not surprised. Joseph Goodell, thank you for becoming a new member. Russell Hall, thank you for the 2. RIP Jimmy Kimmel's career. Okay, yes, we are gonna have to look at that. Hey, it's Kate. Thank you for the 50. Holy crap. Thank you so much. It's been a tough week, but the way you and others have been speaking up against this evil gives me hope. Never surrender. Well, thank you. I'm glad that you're enjoying it. I've gotten some people giving me shit for it, but you know, those people are crazy. But thank you for the $50. I'm serious. That's not cheap. Headless Borgias, thank you for becoming a new member. I'm sorry I butchered your name. What's up, Katie? Hello, Purdy Mama. Your hair looks amazing tonight. Oh, thank you. Katie, you want to see something? Okay, Katie, look it, if you're still here. That girl that did my hair, she fried it up. You see how it's 2 different lengths? You see? My hair is 2 different lengths. I've already decided when me and my husband were planning on having another baby. And my doctor said once my daughter is a year old, we can try again, because I had to have a C-section. I don't want to have a C-section this next time around. So in order to try having the next baby and not have it be a C-section, I have to wait until my baby is 1 year. And I had my hair short. I had my hair like up to here when I was in college because I just didn't have time to do it. But I decided next time I get pregnant, I'm just gonna bite the bullet and just probably up to here, like just give myself a big chop. And considering how uneven my fucking hair is, and look at, there's even pieces where it like fried off. So it's like see, it melted off. So all my little baby hairs, they're like as long as my daughter's hair. And she like, look at that. And I have to do like, see, look at that. It fried off. So yeah, the girl that did my hair last time, which she quit. She gave me I didn't ask for my money back. I just asked her to fix it, but she just like gave me my money back and was like, you need to find someone else. But yeah, my hair is fried. So back when I was in college, I had my hair really short, and looking back at pictures before I added blonde in years ago, like 2017, 18-ish, my hair was really thick and healthy. So I'm like, I just gotta hack it off. And then I'll do that when I take a picture like every month with the baby bump. My hair will be longer too. So I think that'll be nice. But yeah, so that's my plan. Not that anybody asked about my hair care, but yeah. Okay. Captain Rex, thank you for the $4.99. I've got mad respect for you. Unfortunately, this is how I found your channel. Thank you for raising awareness on this. I'm also sorry to hear you're in Cali. Listen, my family moved to California before it was a state. The big problem with California is like every like woke tard from like Kentucky. No offense if you're from Kentucky, but like every weirdo that's like, oh, I want to be special. I want to be a star. Like every crazy person from every other state moves to California. And that's why San Francisco and LA ruin it for the rest of us. Also, for those that don't know, the East Coast, they ship all of their fucking homeless here on buses. And of course, they're all going to vote for the side that's going to give them the most shit. So that's what ruins our state. But most of the state are normal. I think they're like me. They just don't want to pay for shit, you know? And it's like, I don't mind paying for shit when I see where it's going for. Like Switzerland, for example. When I got to Switzerland, when me and Peaches got there, it was late at night, the time difference and all that when we landed, once we got out of the airport and once we got to Zurich, which is where we were staying. It was like a party. We looked at each other like, is it a holiday? And the like lady at our hotel was like, oh no, this is just how it is every night. And like it's partying, there's people drinking out in the street, everyone's walking around having a good time. There's not a single like piece of gum on the floor. The next morning, I thought the city was going to be trash. There's not a single thing of trash. It's so clean. Like there's no graffiti, there's no gum, there's no trash. It's beautiful. And I'm like, well, now I know why Switzerland is so goddamn expensive. And then you cross the border into Germany and it's like instantly, you know, you're in a different country. There's gum, there's trash, there's graffiti. I'm not saying Germany's bad. Germany was beautiful, but I'm just saying it was like the second you cross the border, a stark difference, even the quality of the road. So I'm like, if I could see that my taxpayers' dollars were going for like, I live in this immaculate, beautiful place like Switzerland, then I might be like, all right, I understand why I'm paying so much. But here in California, like once I got back from here, I'm like, God, it's so ugly here. Ugh. I think about that every day when I drive on the freeway. I'm like, oh, this is awful. Will think of the fact we should all do the big, we should all be on the big booty Latina side. That's the side that's praising murder right now, man. Darren Verney, thank you for the 199. I dread filing for income tax every year. I don't even want to talk about it. It's awful. Doc Brewski, thank you for the 499. So went to Backyard Book. I clicked checkout. My accounting got locked. Do you happen to see a new backer from Ohio? Thanks and hail. Let me go open my email. It doesn't tell me. It just says like you have a new backer kind of thing, but let me see. It says I have 2 new contributions. It doesn't say where. I can check it. Anna hasn't seen Alex Stein. Is Alex in the chat? Let me see. Yes, there was one from Ohio. That might have been you, which, by the way, if that was you, thank you. Yeah, I have had Alex on my show if anyone's asking. Dan Vicious, thank you for 2 Rumble rants. Bless your heart, Anna, for the first one. Oh, thank you. Anna admitted you're a regular person. That's MAGA. Oh, I am a regular person. Here's my thing. I'm not going to align myself with a certain group because I don't know what that entails. You know, like I don't know what that means at the end of the day. I don't know all the ins, ands, and buts. I don't know, like, there's probably stuff in it that I'm against, you know? Russell, thank you for the 2. Rhino equals Republican in name only. Oh, I thought it was like a whole nother party because like there's a donkey and an elephant. So, okay. Mark said, thank you for 5. Disney told Kimmel to apologize. He refused. Disney fired. Okay, that's awesome. That's awesome. Miner's Icon, thank you for the 2. Anna, how's your Taggy? Have more babies, yay. Taggy is still there. I've actually been using medicine to make Taggy fall off, but Taggy is still going strong. For those that don't know, if you're new to my channel, I have a skin tag, which I believe is the source of all my powers. I've had it since high school. Its name is Taggy, but my baby started pulling on it and it really fucking hurt. So I'm trying to get Taggy off in the least painful way. 200 Studio, thank you for the 2. Anna couldn't see all your hair. Please back up more. And so my hair got fried. You see how my hair is significantly 2 different lengths? It's unfortunate. That's why I got to do hairdos and have it like half behind my back like that to hide it. Because I'm going to cut it, but I'm going to wait until I get pregnant again so I can do like each month it gets longer. Skids 3D, thank you for the 2. What are you hoping for, a boy or a girl? I always wanted boys because I grew up in a house full of all girls. And then I have my little girl, and I love her so much. So I kind of want another girl. I would be happy with either. At this point, I just hope that it's healthy. But I kind of want another girl because they're so sweet. But I want 4 kids. So, as long as I get a good mix of both, I'll be happy. The N7 Spartan 111, thank you for the 499. Here's a train case with black on white murder that you'll likely never heard of. Long Island Railroad shooting. You are right. I have never heard of it, but thank you. Russell, thank you for the 2. Germany is crashing in real time. They're forked. Well, I remember looking at Germany because I was going there, and so I wanted to see, what should I expect in Germany? And I didn't. This is when they were getting all the Syrian refugees, and so everyone was flocking to Germany because in Germany they have once you're there for 1 year, you get a work visa. When we went to Germany, the only German that we met was Peaches, my husband, his twin is gay, and it was his boyfriend who was like a Louis Vuitton runway model, and he was like the most German of German guys you can get. But everyone else, they didn't speak German. They didn't look German. So I actually thought it was kind of funny. But yeah, Germany is different. Oh shit, thank you for the super chat. In California, you pay taxes to sustain the misery in the streets. People like Seth Rogen consider arts. Yeah, Seth Rogen is retarded though. Captain Rex, thank you for the $4.99. I 100% agree what you said about Cali. I've been there multiple times and it was beautiful. Elsa and LA have definitely ruined a once great state. They have, and those people like it. Okay, I'm almost done reading super chats. Russell, thank you for the 5. Why is it you never see Jimmy Kimmel wearing a hat? Because Jimmy caps are on DLKS. No pussies. Oh, wait, because Jimmy caps go on dicks. Is that like another word for a condom that I don't know? Thank you, Russell. And then Will, thank you for the 5. 4 kids, nice. That Star Wars family, I know. It's like I had 1 baby and now I'm like, I want 100 more. But we'll see where my husband cuts me off at. But I definitely do want more children. Okay, so I'm going to tell you, actually, let's look at this because I wanted to tell you guys this story. Okay, here we go. Where is it? Why is it not? Where's Twitter's? Okay, so look at this, guys. Did you guys see this? What is going on here? What the hell? My thing just spurred out on me. That was weird. Okay. Do you guys see this? Just leave us alone is no longer an option. Yeah, that's where I was. I'm like, just leave me alone. Keep me out of your shit. But there's a mural for Charlie. Then there was a mural for Iryna. I don't understand why they would do this to Iryna. I get it. Charlie was very open about his politics. Iryna, I remember seeing a thing that she had a Black Lives Matter sign up on her wall that was handmade by her. So why are they fucking doing this to Iryna? She didn't do anything. She was she got off of work. She was still in her uniform. She didn't talk to anyone. She didn't disrespect anyone. She was just casually on her phone, just going home from work, and she got fucking stabbed to death. So why are they going after Iryna? It doesn't make any sense. The Charlie shit, I get it. There's people that are stupid and just they're like, oh, because he had a different political opinion than me, then I hate him. At least that's a reason, It's okay, this person just, it's political. Hers, I just don't understand. But this is just awful. I wanted to show this. Let me see. Okay, not that one. Okay, this. Did you guys see this? I gotta reshare. Oh no, my audio. Oh, I hate it. I hate it when it does that, where it won't let me flip between tabs. Okay. Did you guys see this? Let me turn up the volume. So this kid got expelled, but so this was at a Charlie Kirk vigil. And also notice when something like this happens, all these people, they're having vigils for him. They're being respectful. They're lighting candles. They're saying prayers, whereas other people go and burn cities to the ground and go and loot. Big difference. But so look at this jackass. And so this the president of the college expelled him, which is good, you know, but here, let's watch this. I think that these two kids deserve to be expelled too, just saying. But look at this asshole. What? To go, they're having a vigil for Charlie Kirk, and this asshole goes up and mocks his, like, that's a big thing that I don't understand. Why do you need to mock someone's death like that? He's a fucking shit. But so this kid got expelled. Let me read to you because I know it's really small on the screen. This is from the president. It says, "This is a follow-up to a message I sent earlier today," because the president made a statement that they were trying to figure out, like, faculty and staff tried to, like, let them know what, like, who the student was. So this is what this president said. "This is a follow-up to the message I sent earlier today. The university has identified the student in this disturbing video from Monday's event. I will not tolerate behavior that mocks, trivializes, or promotes violence on our campus. It is antithetical to our TXST values. The individual is no longer a student at TXST. Federal law prevents the university from commenting further on the individual student conduct matters. Unfortunately, some people are suggesting that the individual's actions represent the beliefs of TXST students in general or those of a specific student organization. These kinds of insinuations are unfair to our student body, and they cause some of our students to feel unsafe. Just as the behavior in this video was reprehensible, attempts to spread the blame into innocent students are also unacceptable. The actions of the person do not reflect the entire community or the individuals in it." I think that was a pretty good statement. Texas State. Oh, is that? Thank you. Thank you. What a piece of shit kid, you know? And, you know, I get it. He is just a kid. He's probably a teenager. He's probably 18 years old, but that's a good lesson for him. And you know what? I hope he learned something from it, but he probably won't. He'll probably just turn this around to being a victim, or turn this around to, like, the world did it to me, not I did it to myself kind of thing, which, I mean, you'd have to be a really big spoiled rotten brat to do what he did. And he came off to me like a spoiled rotten brat. Now, what? Oh, here it is. Okay. So I want to address a couple things before we get into the big topic, which is Tyler Robinson, the shooter, and how he was in court and we got to see him. So I want to talk about this real fast though, because I am so livid about this shit. Okay, so there's this t-shirt company who has me blocked, by the way. So, excuse me. Let me zoom into this tweet so you guys can see it better. Okay, so this says the t-shirt company Telly T-shirts that mock Charlie Kirk's death with a photoshopped ad for a disgusting shirt they were making, now advertising a shirt praising Charlie's murder by recreating the one he was wearing when he murdered him. So this is a real tweet. Like, here's a screenshot of it on their timeline that I took. I commented on this tweet. So this is a picture of a girl holding up a t-shirt. It's got a really bad drawing of Charlie, and it says debate this with, like, him being shot with blood squirting out of his neck. Now, this was a real tweet. The photo, however, I think this is just like a random photo of either an employee or a random girl holding up their t-shirts. And what they do is they just, like, Photoshop on their new design. So it's just like a stock image that they use over and over again. And they tried to say that this was a Photoshopped image. And it's like, I'm sure it was Photoshopped, but you guys Photoshopped it. And so what they did, they were running an ad on this tweet so that way people would go buy it. And they got called out. I commented on it. Other people commented. A bunch of people were calling this out. Then they deleted it. And anyone that commented on it with this photo got community noted that it was an altered image. It's like, yes, but they altered it. They were the one that altered the image and posted it, advertising that they were making this shirt. This was their advertisement, right? And so they blocked me because I called them out. They removed this. I think they had somebody said that they had an ad running on Facebook and on Instagram. I don't know if anyone can find that. But then today I was sent this, And so they recreated the shirt that the shooter was wearing, and now they're selling that t-shirt. And it says, freedom looks good on Tyler Robinson, the land of the free, home of the brave tee, like it was made for him because it was stars, stripes, and unapologetic style. What a piece of fucking... So now they're praising a murderer. They're literally praising a fucking murderer. I'm just like... Oh, the girl won a contest at her school for a t-shirt design and was showing it off. And hey, that's bad on this piece of shit fucking company then. Absolutely bad for this fucking company to take that and then to bastardize it with this shit, with fucking evil propaganda. So yeah, these are awful. These are fucking awful. Now, I have the link to the tweet that they did, which is real. I want to show you guys. This is a fucking real tweet. You guys can see scrolling through it. Here, I'm going to post it in the chat. You guys can go check it out for yourself. It's fucking real. This t-shirt company is ran by some sick, twisted motherfuckers. Like, I cannot understand how you can make this and think it's good. I don't understand. Let me grab these couple super chats that came in, but oh my god, I find this so infuriating. Dreams Lunatic, AKDL, thank you for the super chat. The BLM sign actually was her roommate's. Okay. Russell, thank you for the 2. Iryna was white and blonde and kind of pretty equals demon. Yeah, I guess so. 212, thank you for the 5. Remember that Remember the Disney boycotts when Gina was fired and the leftists were gloating? Now the lefties are calling for Disney boycotts because of Kimmel. Oh, really? I haven't seen any of that yet. Okay, I'm gonna find that. We're gonna talk about it. Darren Verney, thank you for the 499. They have a list of names: Alex Jones, Tucker Carlson, among others. Do those guys need to now hide or stand out? Scary times we're living in now. Well, that's the thing about I can't think of any events that Alex Jones or Tucker Carlson go to that are like public. Charlie was literally out in public and he announced this, I'm assuming weeks, if not months beforehand. He was not sitting in an insulated room. He's out in the open. That's the same thing that happened with the president, right? He was out in the open and somebody climbed up on a roof and tried to shoot him, or did shoot him, but tried to kill him and missed. And look what happened with Charlie. So it's like basically no more events outside, guys. The N7 Spartan 111, thank you for the $10. LIRR shooting happened in 93. My dad worked overtime on the repair shop, and thank God he wasn't on the train. He did see the damaged car, though. Do look into the case whenever you can. All right, I will put that on the tab. AF, thank you for the $4.99 super sticker. It is a video game controller going critical hit. Thank you. And let me check over on Rumble, which Rumble changed its logo to an American flag. So all of its little icons are American flags, which I think is nice. Let me see. Oh, what's up? I see you, Bane of the Shills. I see you, man. Over on Rumble. Thanks for supporting. Okay. Temple had to cancel his upcoming event because of security. Analysts said the venue couldn't be safely secured. I don't fucking blame him. I don't blame him after this. I don't ever want to say where I'm going. You know, I don't want to tell people where I'm going. This freaks me out, man. Okay. Let me see. What are we going to talk about? Okay, we got that one. Okay. Now, actually, let's take this a little bit in order. So, I have this video here that is of I'm going to actually play it fast, a little bit faster, because this guy talks really slowly. So this is the state attorney of Utah making a statement about Tyler. So Tyler is the alleged shooter. I have a poll in the chat. Do you guys think Tyler is the actual shooter, or do you think he's an FBI plant or a CIA plant or some kind of plant of some kind? And I don't know. I go back and forth on what I personally think. So because I saw like people analyzing his like student photo or his like family photo versus like the video and like the screenshots from that of the killer. And I was like, oh yeah, those are very different. But then seeing him like in court, I'm like, oh no, he looks the same. So I go back and forth, but this is the state attorney going over the situation. So I'm going to play this for a second. And here we go.
I am charged with bringing justice to those who offend our laws. I am charged with bringing justice for those who are harmed. I am charged with bringing justice for Charlie Kirk. I am committed to these aims. I take this responsibility seriously. Today, after reviewing...
Okay, that's a little too fast. I'll play it 1.25 speed. I get flagged if I play it at regular speed, which is why I always try to speed things up. Also, I personally like to listen to things sped up. But here we go.
The evidence that law enforcement has collected thus far, I am filing a criminal information charging Tyler James Robinson, age 22, with the following crimes. Count 1, aggravated murder, a capital offense, for intentionally or knowingly causing the death of Charlie Kirk under circumstances that created a great risk of death to others. Count 2, felony discharge of a firearm causing serious bodily injury, a first-degree felony. The state is further alleging aggravating factors on counts 1 and 2 because the defendant is believed to have targeted Charlie Kirk based on Charlie Kirk's political expression and did so knowing that children were present and would witness the homicide. The state is also charging defendant with count 3, obstruction of justice, a second-degree felony for moving and concealing the rifle used in the shooting. Count 4, obstruction of justice, a second-degree felony for disposing the clothing he wore during the shooting. Count 5, witness tampering, a third-degree felony for directing his roommate to delete his incriminating texts. Count 6, witness tampering, a third-degree felony for directing his roommate to stay silent if police questioned him. And count 7, commission of a violent offense in the presence of a child, a Class A misdemeanor, for committing homicide knowing that children were present and may have seen or heard the murder and did so based on Charlie Kirk's political expression. Also, following the press conference, I am filing a notice of intent to seek the death penalty. I do not take this decision lightly, and it is a decision I have made independently as county attorney, based solely on the available evidence and circumstances and nature of the crime. Because we are seeking the death penalty, the defendant will continue to be held without bail in the Utah County Jail.
Sorry. Yes, I do eat hot Cheetos. I eat the extra hot Cheetos because regular hot Cheetos just don't do it for me anymore. So I wanted to play that. And then let me see. I have a link. Let me find it. I'm going now. Here we go. We're going to go through it. Because I wanted to read. There's a lot in here. If you guys want to go through this yourself, here you guys go. This is a PDF that they released because all of this is obviously public. And so here we go. I want to read this stuff about, that's all the violations that guy just read. Here we go. Where is it? It's stuff. Okay. Okay, so this is about his family. So Robinson's mother explained over the last year or so, Robinson had become more political. Oh, let me do this so you guys can kind of see my face. Over the last year, or here, I can do this so you guys can actually see it. Okay. Started to lean more to the left, becoming more pro-gay and trans rights oriented. She stated that Robinson began to date his roommate, a biological male who was transitioning genders. This resulted in several discussions with family members, but especially between Robinson and his father, who have a very different political views. In one conversation before the shooting, Robinson mentioned that Charlie Kirk would be holding an event at UVU, which Robinson said was a stupid venue for the event. Robinson accused Kirk of spreading hate. Robinson's father reported that when his wife showed him the surveillance image of the suspect shooter in the news, he agreed that it looked like their son. He also believed that the rifle the police suspected the shooter used matched a rifle that was given to his son as a gift. As a result, Robinson's father contacted his son and asked him to send a photo of the rifle. Robinson did not respond. However, Robinson's father spoke on the phone with Robinson. Robinson implied that he planned to take his own life. Robinson's parents were able to convince him to meet at their home. As they discussed the situation, Robinson implied that he was the shooter and stated that he couldn't go to jail and just wanted to end it. When he asked why he did it, Robinson explained there is too much evil in the guy, Charlie Kirk, and spreads too much hate. They talked about Robinson turning himself in and convinced Robinson to speak with a family friend who is a retired deputy sheriff at Robinson's father's request. The family friend met with Robinson and his parents and convinced Robinson to turn himself in. The family friend spoke to the police and reported telling Robinson that it would be best if he brought all evidence with him to the sheriff's office to avoid police having to search his parents' home. The family friend also asked Robinson if he had any clothes that were related to what he did. Robinson replied that he had disposed of the clothes in different areas. Now, my own 2 cents on this is I think if he was planning on Minecrafting himself, he would have done it like really soon after. I think he saw people happy about it online and he decided, oh, I'm popular. What I did was popular. There's people already praising it right after it happened. And I think he liked it because we're going to watch his sentencing video or the video where he appeared in court. And there isn't an ounce of remorse on his face. He's not acting like someone that wanted to Minecraft himself. He's not sitting there as somebody who is remorseful of murdering someone. Like, he's sitting there just like this the whole time, smug as can fucking be. So, I don't think I think that's someone that's like, he wants attention, in my opinion. This is someone who's never been popular, never has had any kind of opinion in his, like, I think this is somebody that was a nobody and finally he's a somebody and he likes it and doesn't care about the consequences of his actions and that sees himself as some kind of Jesus-like figure, even though he's probably an atheist, where he's just like, if I die, I'll have all these people around me. I'll be a martyr kind of thing. That's what I see this as. That's what, when I read this originally, that's what it came off as to me. Now, let's read this part. Let me just highlight this. Hey, jackass, I'm not right wing. I'm against murder. And considering you've never been in my chat before, something tells me you're a troll. So mods, if he keeps spamming shit like that, give him a timeout, please. Please and thank you. Okay. The roommate. So this is the love. They should have put a /lover. Okay, the police interviewed Robinson's roommate /lover, a biological male who was involved. Oh, let me make myself smaller. Let's see. Biological male who was involved in a romantic relationship with Robinson. The roommate told police that the roommate received. They should have given him like a fake name or something. That the roommate /lover received messages from Robinson about the shooting and provided those messages to police. On September 10th, 2025, the roommate received a text messages from Robinson, which said, "Drop what you were doing, look under my keyboard." The roommate looked under the keyboard and found a note that said, "I had the opportunity to take out Charlie Kirk and I'm going to take it." Police found a photograph of this note, which means that he destroyed it. The following text exchange then took place. Also, guys, I made a video like talking about this and people got mad at me for misgendering the roommate. And it says he was, it doesn't say that he's completely transitioned. It's just like, I'm like, out of it. You're not upset about the guy brutally murdering someone. You're mad that I said he about the roommate. Go fuck yourself. Like, he's just somebody that's gonna complain. Oh, okay, here we go. Now you're over on, let's see. Here we go. Now you're spamming me on Rumble. Let's see. Oh no, that's you. That's Twitter. Okay. Here we go. Okay. After reading the note, the roommate responded, "What? Bunch of questions. You're joking, right? Robinson, I am still okay, my love, but I am stuck in Orem for a little while longer yet. This isn't, I would just like to say, I mean, I was going to say, nobody talks like this unless you're gay, and obviously he is gay, but people don't talk like this anymore. Shouldn't be long until I can come home, but I got to grab my rifle still, too. Like, nobody talks like this. To be honest, I had hoped to keep this secret till I died of old age. I am sorry to involve you." It's like, you didn't have to. Roommate, you weren't the one that did it, right? Robinson, I am. I'm sorry. Roommate, I thought they caught the person. Robinson, no, they grabbed some crazy old dude that interrogated someone in similar clothing. I had planned to grab my rifle from the drop point shortly after, but most of the side of town got locked down. It's quiet, almost enough to get out, but there's one vehicle lingering. Roommate, why? Robinson, why did I do it? Roommate, yeah. Robinson, I had enough of this hatred. Oh, so you murder someone? You've had enough of hatred, so you go and murder someone. Fucking retard. Some hate can't be negotiated out of. If I am able to grab my rifle unseen, I will have left no evidence. Going to attempt to retrieve it again. Hopefully they have moved on. I haven't seen anything about about them finding it. Roommate, how long have you been planning this? Robinson, a bit over a week, I believe. I can get close to it, but there is a squad car parked right by it. I think they already swept that spot, but I don't want to chance it. Robinson, I'm wishing I had circled back and grabbed it as soon as I got to my vehicle. I'm worried what my old man would do if I didn't bring back Grandpa's rifle. I'd kick if I had a serial number, but it wouldn't trace to me. I worry about prints. I had to leave it in a bush where I changed outfits. I don't have the ability or time to bring it with ... I might have to abandon it and hope they don't find prints. How the fuck will I explain losing it to my old man? ... Only thing I left was the rifle wrapped in a towel. ... Remember how I was engraving bullets? The fucking messages are mostly a big meme. If I see notices bulge UWU on Fox News, I might have a stroke about I'm gonna have to leave it. It really fucking sucks. Judging from today, I'd say my grandpa's gun does fit IDK. I think it was a 2K scope. ... Robinson, delete this exchange. Robinson, my dad wants photos of the rifle. He says grandpa wants to know who has what. The feds released a photo of the rifle and it is very unique. He's calling me right now, not answering. So I don't know if these ... dots right here is just like the roommate didn't respond or if it's like they cut out his messages. Let's see. Robinson, since Trump got into office, my dad has been pretty diehard MAGA. Robinson, I'm gonna turn myself in willingly. One of my neighbors here is a deputy for the sheriff. Robinson, you are all I worry about, love. Roommate, I'm much more worried about you. Robinson, don't talk to the media, please. Don't take any interviews or make any comments. ... If any, please ask you questions, ask for a lawyer and stay silent. And then, you know, they searched, they found stuff. So now that we have read that, let's see. Okay, here we go. Where is it? So I have it pulled up on here. Now, I am going to play it at a faster speed because I don't want to get in trouble. So I'll do 1.5, okay? So just watch him on this. This is him with the judge. And then I'm not sure what lawyer this is or, you know, because it's covering, so I don't know. But here we go. This is it. Oh, where's my volume? Where is it? Oh, here we Okay, actually, let me read some of these super chats before we watch this. Starry Night, thank you for the 5. To be fair, for someone who worked for Alex Jones was offered not too long. Wait, to be fair, someone who worked for Alex Jones was offered not too long ago because he worked for him. So he does have cause for concern. Oh shit, that's scary. That sucks. Oh shit, my goal fell off. Thank you for the fuck, I don't know what that is. The exchange rate. We should stop using the term karma. Instead, we go FAFO because it's always about punishment. Try it in a sentence. I don't know what FAFO stands for. I'm going to Google it. Oh, fuck around and find out. I'm retarded. Oh my God. Yeah, fuck around and find out. Seriously, man. The N7 Spartan 111, thank you for the 20. And the LIRR shooter Colin Ferguson had the nerve to represent himself in I did hear about that guy in court and cross-examine his own victims that he shot and didn't kill. He did get a few life terms though. Once again, LIRR shooting 1993, look when able. I definitely know about him being the lawyer for himself. The N7 Spartan 111, thank you for becoming a new member. Mark Zart, thank you for being a member for 30 months. The roommate helped him to plan the shooting. I feel like there's a little bit of that there too. Let's see. Gabriel Knight, thank you for the super chat. Big Mad Libs are calling for boycotts of Disney and canceling their Hulu and Disney Plus subscription. This night keeps getting better and better. LOL. I will have to look into that. Lone Wolf Survival 81, thank you for becoming a new member. Thank you. Russell, thank you for 2. Thank you for the super chat. Have you seen a picture of his roommate? I have. I'm not going to show it because I don't want to get in trouble. Okay, let's watch this.
So, Mr. Robinson, you have a right to an attorney. If you cannot afford one, the court can appoint an attorney to represent you. I have reviewed your declaration of financial status and find that you are indigent. I'm provisionally appointing a Rule 8 qualified attorney to represent you on your case, Mr. Robinson. Along with their filing of their appearance of counsel, the assigned attorneys must file declarations with the court that outline their qualifications under Rule 8 and Rule 8C, under Rule 8B and Rule 8C for counsel appointment in a case where death may be a sentencing option. I'm ordering that those declarations be filed prior to the next hearing date, which is set for September 29th at 10 a.m. Mr. Robinson, I also wish to inform you of your rights against self-incrimination. Anything that you say in court today could be used against you, and we want to protect your constitutional rights. Mr. Robinson, at this time, you will remain in custody without bail. Mr. Skortis, is there any other points that you wish to address?
No, thank you very much, Your Honor.
Turning to the state.
Yes, Your Honor. Chad Grunander for the state. I'm also joined, and they're listed as attendees, Ryan McBride, Lauren Hunt, David Sturgill, and Chris Ballard. We are the trial team on this case. I do have a few points I'd like to bring up with Your Honor. We have filed a pretrial protective order on behalf of Erica Kirk. We would ask the court to review that. It should be in your queue, Your Honor, and sign that.
Thank you. I have reviewed the pretrial protective order and will be issuing this pretrial protective order in favor of Erica Kirk. Is there any other business that we need to address today, counsel?
Just for the court's information, we did file just recently, within the last few minutes, a notice of intent to seek the death penalty that was filed by Utah County Attorney Jeff Gray. So that should be in the court's file. Lastly, I would just indicate to the court and to, at this point, Mr. Robinson, that we are prepared to collect all of the discovery in this matter and get that turned over to the defense as soon as possible. Rule 16 requires us to provide what we have relied on in charging the information in bringing these charges within 5 days once it's requested. So that'll be prepared to disseminate to the defense as soon as possible.
Thank you, Mr. Grunander. Mr. Robinson, what I also want to do is you have the right to have the charges read that you stand charged of, and I wish to read those to you at this time. Thank you. Mr. Robinson, for count 1, aggravated murder, a capital felony in violation of Utah Code annotated 76-5-202, in that on September 10th, 2025 in Utah County, the defendant, Tyler James Robinson, intentionally or knowingly caused the death of Charlie Kirk under the following circumstances. The defendant knowingly created a great risk of death to another individual.
Guys, do not spam my chat. Copy and pasting and posting the same thing over and over again is spam. Mods, please put this person in timeout. Thank you.
Other than Charlie Kirk and the defendant. Notice conviction of this offense may carry the death penalty or pursuant to Utah Code 76.3-207.7, a mandatory term of imprisonment for life without parole, or an indeterminate term of not less than 25 years, that may be for life. Victim targeting enhancement in violation of Utah Code annotated 76-3-203.14 sub 2. Tyler James Robinson intentionally selected Charlie Kirk because of Tyler James Robinson's belief or perception regarding Charlie Kirk's political expression. Notice, if the trier of fact finds beyond a reasonable doubt that the victim targeting enhancement applies, the sentencing judge or the Board of Pardons and Parole shall consider the defendant's selection of the victim as an aggravating factor. Violent offense committed in the presence of a child aggravating factor. The sentencing judge or the Board of Pardons and Parole shall consider as an aggravating factor in their deliberations that the defendant committed a violent criminal offense in the presence of a child. Count 2, felony discharge of a firearm causing serious bodily injury, a first-degree felony, in violation of Utah Code annotated 76-11-210 sub 2 and 3C, in that on September 10th, 2025 in Utah County, the defendant Tyler James Robinson discharged a firearm in the direction of Charlie Kirk, knowing or having reason to believe that Charlie Kirk may be endangered by the discharge of the firearm and that the act caused serious bodily injury to Charlie Kirk. Victim targeting enhancement in violation of Utah Code annotated 76-3-203.14 sub 2. Tyler James Robinson intentionally selected Charlie Kirk because Tyler James Robinson's belief or perception regarding Charlie Kirk's political expression. Notice, if the trier of fact finds beyond a reasonable doubt that the victim targeting enhancement applies, the sentencing judge or the Board of Pardons and Parole shall consider the defendant's selection of the victim as an aggravating factor. Violent offense committed in the presence of a child, aggravating factor. The sentencing judge or the Board of Pardons and Parole shall consider an aggravating factor in their deliberations that the defendant committed a violent offense in the presence of a child. Count 3, obstruction of justice, a second-degree felony in violation of Utah Code annotated 76-8-306 sub 2, in that on September 10th, 2025 in Utah County, the defendant Tyler James Robinson, with intent to hinder,
Hey guys, coming back with literally to say the exact same thing with another name. Mods, if you see that person post the same message again under a different name, block them. Okay? I don't tolerate that shit. That's just a spam account. Okay? Either you're severely autistic or you're a spam. If you're severely autistic, please get help and understand that I have already addressed shit that you've said. And I don't know how to make it any more clear to you. And if you're just spammed, then just fuck off. Okay, back to this.
Delay or prevent the investigation, apprehension, prosecution, conviction, or pursuant to any person regarding conduct that constitutes a criminal offense, conceal or remove the firearm used to shoot Charlie Kirk, and the conduct that constitutes an offense would be a capital felony or a first-degree felony. Count 4, obstruction of justice, a second-degree felony in violation of Utah Code 76-8-306 sub 2. In that on or about September 11th, 2025 in Utah County, the defendant, Tyler James Robinson, with an intent to hinder, delay, or prevent the investigation, apprehension, prosecution, conviction, or punishment of any person regarding conduct that constitutes a criminal offense, destroyed, concealed, or removed the clothing he wore during the shooting, and the conduct that constitutes an offense would be a capital felony or first-degree felony. Count 5, tampering with a witness, a third-degree felony in violation of Utah Code annotated 76-8-508, in that on or about September 10th, 2025 in Utah County, the defendant, Tyler James Robinson, believed that an official proceeding or investigation was pending or about to be instituted or intended to prevent an official proceeding or investigation and attempted to induce or otherwise cause his roommate to withhold testimony, information, a document, or an item to wit, directing his roommate to delete incriminating text messages. Count 6, tampering with a witness, a third-degree felony in violation of Utah Code annotated 76-8-508, in that on or about September 11th, 2025 in Utah County, the defendant, Tyler James Robinson, believed that an official proceeding or investigation was pending or about to be instituted or intended to prevent an official proceeding or investigation and attempted to induce or otherwise cause his roommate to withhold testimony or information, to wit, directing his roommate to stay silent if the police questioned the roommate. Count 7, violent offense committed in the presence of a child, a Class A misdemeanor in violation of Utah Code annotated 76-3-203.10 sub 2 and 76-3-203.14 sub 3A little double I, in that on or about September 10th, 2025 in Utah County, the defendant, Tyler James Robinson, committed criminal homicide in the physical presence of a child younger than 14 years of age, with knowledge that a child was present and that may have been seen or heard the commission of the criminal homicide. Victim targeting enhancement in violation of Utah Code annotated 76-3-203.14 sub 2, Tyler James Robinson intentionally selected Charlie Kirk because of Tyler James Robinson's belief or perception regarding Charlie Kirk's political expression. That concludes reading of the information. Mr. Robinson, this case is set for September 29th at 10 a.m. It will be a waiver hearing, and I will be the judge assigned to this case. Mr. Robinson, I invite you to join us at that time. Is there anything further, counsel?
No, Your Honor, we'll have counsel appointed by then. Thank you.
Mr. Gurander, anything further?
One item, just for clarification, Your Honor, the hearing on the 29th, is that in person or WebEx?
Thank you. That is a great question. It will be via WebEx.
Okay. Thank you, Judge.
All right. I want to thank all parties for being here, and this concludes this hearing at this time. Court is in recess.
Well, that right there is Charlie Kirk.
All right. Sorry. Gotta get my fingies clean. Yeah, the same person spamming over and over again. Go bother someone else. I'm not interested. Okay, now let's talk about that. Yes, I did have to speed up because I don't want to get flagged. News is pretty weird about that kind of stuff. Okay. He didn't fucking move the whole time. Like, he's not crying. He doesn't look sad. He's just sitting there staring at the screen and breathing. Like, I just think that's weird. Like, unless he's a sociopath. Okay. But yeah, did you guys think that that was normal, the way he just sat there and, like, didn't do anything? Like, just, I mean, he doesn't even fidget. He's an NPC. He's a demon, yeah. Oh my god. This is like the 5th account I've had to block. There we go. Go away. Go bother someone else, you weirdo. Russell Hall, thank you for the super chat. Have you seen a picture of his roommate? Yes, I have, Russell. Darren Verney, thank you for the $4.99. These texts are odd. It seems like there is some kind of MK Ultra mind control going on. Not to sound like a spurg, just say no. It did sound weird, almost like it was staged. It just doesn't sound the way normal people talk. Which, I mean, obviously he's a murderer. He's not normal. This wasn't a super chat, but I did highlight it. First, heard of this channel on the day it happened. I'm guessing she was never a political commentator like Temple. No, I actually had a very strict rule on my channel, which is no politics. So that's why my video said, like, I'm done and, you know, I'm awake. I cannot stand that it's like, if you are on the side that is praising murder, there's something fucking wrong with you, is my opinion. And I don't want to be talking about this. I'd much so I just watched the new Alien Earth episode. I didn't do my review for the episode 6 because all this shit happened and I was too fucking depressed. And the death started finally in an alien show. Somebody finally died on episode 6. And well, one person got killed and another person got the face hugger on them. And so it kind of hit me hard afterwards. Like, I couldn't film the review because it's just, I just watched 2 people die. And it's like, yeah, I know one is a fictional TV show and then the other one is real life. But it just hit me. One got brutally killed by monsters. The other one got, the face hug. And so I didn't film my review because I was just too fucked up on it. And I was just too angry. And I was watching all these videos of all of these psychopaths happy. And I stayed up all night. I filmed my I'm done video and I had already watched a bunch of those other videos. And I just filmed. I filmed all those videos that came out over the weekend in one night because I was just so fucking upset. And I mean, I'm glad that you guys enjoy them. And hello to all of my new subscribers. I should have labeled this as like my 50K celebration, but I'll do that tomorrow on the Jack Show because I am hosting the Jack Show. And so thank you to everybody. I gained like 12,000 subscribers. So thank you. I'm sorry if you guys just subscribed because you thought I was a political commentator. I'm not. I'm just a normal. I'm not a normal person. I'm a weird person, but I'm just a nerd that became popular on YouTube because I watched Star Wars The Last Jedi and it was an abomination. And I talked about it and people liked what I had to say and asked me to keep doing it. So I had been. And then I saw 2 people get murdered and well, you guys all saw my reaction to that. So I had to talk about it. So there's that. Yeah. Yeah, I'm a nerd, but I'm a girl with feelings, okay? I have feelings, and I don't like J.J. Abrams' Star Trek, but you know that scene with old Spock where he looks at, like, new Kirk and he's like, "Kirk, I just lost my planet. I am emotionally compromised." Like, I am feeling pretty emotionally compromised. I don't do well with death at all. And if you guys are new here and you didn't know about my channel before, I had some pretty traumatic things happen to me, a few years ago. My sister went missing and died, and the entire internet watched that happen. And in the span of 3 months, my sister died, then my cousin died, and then my grandfather died. So I lost 3 family members in 3 months. I was not okay. I was pretty fucked up. So I don't do well with death, and watching not just 1, but 2 people get brutally murdered in a week. Yeah, I'm done. I had a fuck enough. I'm not gonna sit back and just be quiet about this kind of stuff. 'Cause I actually am fucking upset. And you know what's funny is I have a lot of people that I have a lot of friends that are on each side of things. I have friends that are pretty big political commentators. And I could have just gone with the grift. Like, there's so many people that are grifters out there, but I could have just pretended and been talking about politics since I started. Like, there's so many people that grew huge channels just talking "Oh yeah, I'm on this side." But I don't feel that way. I only talk about things that I like or that I care about, right? I don't like this situation, but I fucking care. I don't think it's right that somebody gets brutally fucking murdered. I don't think it's right that people are praising that. So yeah, I'm gonna talk about it. And it's funny, my father-in-law actually watched my video and he said that it was good. Good thing you skipped Ballers. Why? What happened on Ballers? I was out of town. I went up to my mom's house. Peaches had a thing, so we went out of town, and then I'm Portuguese. It was the Portuguese festa, and so we went to that. Yeah. But yeah. Yeah. So yeah, I'm talking about it now. I don't know how much longer I'm going to be talking about it. I could wake up tomorrow and just say I need to just ignore this and to be done. Or I could be talking about it in a year from now because I'm still upset about it. So just be aware. Again, if you guys are new here and you're expecting a big political commentator, I'm fucking sorry, I shouldn't have cursed on that, but I'm so out of the loop when it comes to politics. I couldn't name you one senator. The only ones that I know is because they're famous on Twitter. I know Pocahontas. I think that's funny. I've seen the memes of her screaming. Big booty Latina. I couldn't tell you where either of them are from, or I mean, I know what side they're on, but I don't know what their titles are. I can't tell you anything political because I don't follow it. If you wanted to ask me who was the president in Star Trek: The Next Generation, I'll tell you it's Gowron. I'll tell you Gowron got slain by Worf, spoiler alert, in Deep Space Nine. I'll tell you exactly what season of Deep Space Nine the Romulans formed an alliance with the humans and the Klingons to fight the Dominion. I can tell you who the senator of Alderaan was, but you want me to, I don't even know who the senator of my own state is, because that's how disinterested I am in American politics. So don't look at me as this big political commentator, because I don't know shit. Okay? I just talk about things I feel passionate about, and I'm very against people getting brutally murdered. Okay. Russell, thank you for the 2. I just realized the roommate 100% works tail. He is. He's a furry. I saw those photos. And then I saw, Russell, somebody was commenting on this. I see somebody saying, "For fuck's sake, Santa." I know. Yeah. Maybe you know what? Maybe I'll go out and I'll memorize all of them and I'll come at you guys with like, I'll do all my trivia cards and all of a sudden be like a connoisseur of American politics. That sounds like absolute hell, but I could probably do it. Okay. But yeah, Russell, somebody answered your question, said who was like the top and who was the bottom. If you're wearing the tail, you're the bottom. So, ugh. And then this person said, this wasn't a super chat. I just highlighted it. The Prophet of Hate says, I did a deep dive into the most viable data on this guy. He did it, but there are so many conspirators that are still unknown. Let's see. Okay. 300-yard wink. Thank you for the Canadian 279. Your Cope Files is way better than Cecil's. Thank you. Cecil, if he did it the way I did it, where he just picks 5 or 6 videos and then films a 10-minute reaction, his channel would explode. I told Cecil he should model his channel after Odin's Men. I don't know if you guys ever watched that. I think he got deleted from YouTube, but if Cecil did that, Odin's Men kind of like does straight face though. If Cecil did that, but like his humorous take on it, Cecil's channel would explode, but Cecil doesn't fucking listen to me. You know what? But to be fair, I didn't listen to him for a long time either. So that's kind of on each of us. First of all, thank you for the super chat. 11-9 was an inside job. For those that don't know, that's an inside joke with the Jack Show. That's not me laughing at 9/11. That was 11-9. It's different. Deranged Lunatic gave a deal. Thank you for that 199. I hope people don't forget about Iryna's murder. I am so sorry I was laughing when I read that. I'm not laughing at that. I was laughing at something that had to do with the Jack Show. No, I don't think people are. And I cannot believe that jackass isn't in prison, which, by the way, I got community noted, which I'm really pissed off about. So I've tweeted at Elon Musk and at community notes so many fucking times, and they won't fix it. So if you guys don't know, on Twitter, they do community notes if, something was wrong or like misinformation. So I was responding to a tweet and I was asking a question, right? So let me pull this up and show you guys. Oh, no, that's something else. Okay, sorry, this happened a couple days ago. Gosh, where is it? How long ago did this happen? Okay, here we go. So okay, so here's the community notes. So this is the tweet. So I posted it. Here's the original one. So I got community noted for this. This person, Will Turner, made this post and it says, in Charlotte, North Carolina, it's apparently mostly legal for a black felon to murder a white woman. He cut her throat in cold blood on tape and he said it right here, isn't even in jail, much less facing the execution, so obviously deserved. No community note on this. I post and let's look at the numbers though. His post got 1.3 million views with 7.4K likes. My tweet, I said he's not in jail in all caps and a bunch of question marks. My tweet got I had 34K likes. They removed likes, but I had over 1 million views. I got fucking community noted on this. And it says readers added context that thought people wanted to know. According to county inmate website, he is still in jail and not released. So I got community noted because I asked a question, not the guy spreading the misinformation, me, not Will Turner, who I don't know who Will Turner is, but I got community noted. And so I tweeted at Elon Musk and at community notes, I said, this is bullshit. Like, he's the one that spread that. I literally just asked a question. And because my tweet got more likes than him, I got community noted. That's fucking bullshit. Absolute fucking bullshit. And so ever since this, my account has lost traction. So if you guys get enough tweets that get community noted, you stop showing up in people's feeds. So ever since then, my, views on Twitter have just plummeted. Are community notes like a strike? Not exactly. It's just like if you share too many, like if you share misinformation, and you get community notes, it just limits your visibility. So because of this, I'm super limited. So my tweets usually get, the hundreds to thousands of likes. And maybe sometimes I have a viral tweet and I get like hundreds of thousands of likes. But Anna, it said readers made the note. All of them do. Guys, community notes are made by readers. You guys can, every single one of you can go and sign up. I can go sign up to be a community note person, but I got community noted. Yeah, I wasn't spreading in disinformation. I asked a question and I got community noted. Whereas this guy, Will Turner, was the one that spread he's not even in jail. And he didn't get community noted. Community notes are shadow bans. Exactly. So I and all of my tweets, like from my tweets from today, maybe 100 likes on it. Nobody's, it's got no visibility, nothing. So I'm pissed about that. I'm pissed. It's irritating. I didn't spread any information. I was asking a fucking question. But anyways, Strange Lunatic, aka Deal, thank you for the 199. I hope people don't forget about Iryna's murder. I don't think they will. I hope not. And I hope that motherfucker goes to jail. The Jabani, thank you for the 2. Just vote for who your husband tells you to. I said this when I went on the Whatever podcast, and okay, so there was this girl who was not American and bragged about not being American, and then she said so much stuff which was like, it didn't make any sense. And she said before we even went up there, she said, I'm just here to argue with people. And she changes her opinion. Like, you guys go back and watch it. She changed her opinion with whatever Brian, the host, like she just wanted to be on Brian's side. So she started off by saying she didn't know if she was married or not. And it's like, you would have to know that to pay taxes. And unless like you have a sugar daddy that's paying all your bills, you have to file your taxes and you have to know if you're legally married or not. That way you're not filing. So as a sane adult, but she also did tell me that she's literally she told all of us that she was just there to argue and to fight. So like, I was just sitting across the table from her and I'm just like, I don't know if you're lying or like, you're just purposely not saying the truth, because literally what you just said, like, that's kind of incriminating in a way. But so I was on that show and it was hell. I'll be honest with you. I was put in kind of a weird position because at the time, me and Brittany Venti were still close friends, and she had asked me what, oh, how are you going to answer when he asks you about your age? And I said, well, I'm just going to say I'm in my 20s. She's like, well, what if he presses you further? And I was like, well, Destiny's wife didn't give her age and they didn't press her. And so Brittany got to answer the questions before me. And I love Brittany to death, but she 100% did this. Like, her ex Sean, when they were dating, him and his mom can both confirm this, but like everything that she had asked me how I was going to answer, because she got to answer first, she took all my answers. So by the time Brian got to me, he was already irritated because he had just gone through all this with Brittany, and I'm just like, fuck, now I look like the bitch. But it is what it is. It's literally whatever. But on it, they were trying to press me for my political opinion, and at the time, I don't talk politics. So I said, I don't talk politics. And they asked me like, oh, who do you vote for? And I said, I don't. Like, they're like, you don't vote. And this was coming from the non-American, like the girl that was just there to argue. And then she was giving me shit for like, well, who do you vote for? And I said like, oh, do you not vote? And I was just like, no, I let my husband vote. So, and before that, I would let my dad vote because I'm just not interested in it. And then they're like, oh, that's based. And then that girl shut up because my answer, I mean, it's true, but I mean, it was a good one. So yeah. Listen, don't marry someone that you don't agree with when it comes to things that literally affect your life. There are things that I don't want to do, and there are things my husband doesn't want to do. Like, I don't want to eat sushi. I don't like eating any, if it swims, I don't eat it. Right? My husband and his daughter, when they go out, they can go eat their sushi, they can go eat their Japanese food. I don't like it, so I'm not going to do it. I don't really feel like going and researching every single prop and every single person that's running, but my husband does. So if I trust him enough to, I'll let him take my test for me and I'll sign it, or I'll just copy his answers, but I'm not sitting there fucking reading that shit because I trust my husband to, and we pretty much agree on everything. So like, I can't think of like a single thing that he and I disagree on when it comes to where we stand and where we think the world needs to be. You know, I think we're both pretty much like, stop taking our fucking money, you know. But yeah, so when it comes to that, I just copy whatever my husband does, and then, you know, so there's that, and we do like the mail-in ballots, which I personally think that should be illegal. I think, in the whole like, oh, here in the state of California, you're not allowed to show your ID. I think that should be illegal. The fact that they say it's racist to have voter ID just show, if you think that you're retarded and you don't belong in any kind of position of power, I think you have to be, you know, if you're paying taxes in the state, I think you should be able to vote in the state. But in my opinion, if you're not an American citizen, I don't really think you should be voting for who our president is. Okay? There might be some exemptions, but that would have to be taken up in a literally an individual matter. You know, it kind of should be the way like they practice medicine. It's like you don't go give the exact same procedure to every single person, right? Yeah, you individualize it for the person. So I think it should just be more secure. But when it comes to that kind of stuff, I trust my husband to have done all of his research on everything, and so I'll just copy his answers. That's my answer to that. And but yeah, I do vote for who my husband tells me to, because I trust him and we pretty much agree on everything. And before that, it was my father. And both of my parents agree on their political standing. So my mom and my dad would kind of do the same thing. Either my mom would fill it out or my dad would. So yeah. Non-American should not vote at all. I think if you are, to that extent, I kind of agree. But if you're paying taxes, I also do think that you should be able to vote for certain things, like in your state. I think that kind of should be a state thing, but I think you have to be a citizen to vote for who our leaders are. Like I don't know. I go back and forth on that, because it's like, if, like, for example, when I was in college, I really wanted to go to Italy. They had this really great fine art program, and I wanted to pursue my master's in painting and learning, like, you know, the old techniques and stuff. But it's like, if you have to work with visas, and then you'd have to deal with all that. And like, if I am like working, and if I'm paying taxes for something, I don't know, like, if there's like, oh, do you think that there should be a stop sign here? I think like, if you're paying taxes, you should be able to, you know, have a say in certain things, not everything, but certain things. And again, it would have to be on like a very specific topic, but I don't know. So I go back and forth on that. I haven't researched it enough to really form a full and complete opinion on it. But I honestly, if you're paying taxes, you should be able to get something for that. You know, that's just my opinion. I could be wrong, because I haven't looked into it enough, but just on like the very overview, unresearched opinion on it, that's where I stand on that. Let's see. Frostfang7, thank you for the super chat. We cover these crazy types all the time, but when they finally cross the line, everyone finds it difficult to accept they actually did it. Be consistent. What? I don't know what you mean. We cover these crazy topics all the time, but when they finally cross the line, everyone finds it difficult. I don't understand what you're saying, but thank you for the super chat. Anderson John, thank you for the 2. I think lots of people on their Discord knew about it. That's what it seems. They need access to those Discord messages. I saw someone say they couldn't get into his phone. It's like, he's in fucking jail. Hold the phone up to his face and it'll unlock for you. I don't get that. I really don't get it. Let's see. Russell, thank you for the 5. Yeah, but if you're wearing a tail and you're the guy, how can you be on the bottom? Where's it going to go? He might take the tail out, Russell, but I'm saying, if you're one of the people that sticks something up your butt, and you know what, Russell, a lot of guys are versatile, so they'll switch back and forth on if they're top or bottom, so I don't know. Okay, here we go. Mike Schumacher, thank you for the 10. I'm a dad of 2 girls, And the look on Iryna's face, I just can't get that look out of my head. Caught between depression and rage. Thanks for talking about this. And dude, the fact that not a single person helped her, like, I know exactly what it's like to be in that position. It's fucking awful. Like, I'm gonna start crying just thinking about it. Sketch, thank you for the 2. Why is everyone alien or dumb? Star Trek, dude. I've been trying to give this show the benefit of the doubt because in my head I'm like, they're all kids, and none of them are like relevant in like the actual alien movies. I'm like, they all have to die. But yeah, this last episode, guys, xenomorphs are not supposed to be seen in daylight. I'll give you a little spoiler. In this last episode of Alien Earth, there's like a good xenomorph that the main girl who's like an aunt. Those aren't watching Alien Earth. The concept of this show, it's like Peter Pan and Neverland. And so what this kid, even though he's like 30, this boy genius did was he took 6 kids that were like dying of cancer, took their minds and transferred them to synth bodies. And the main one is this girl called Wendy, and she's got some kind of special abilities. And they had a xenomorph. Like they got the face hugger, they got they cut open a face hugger, they got this little baby symbiote thing, they put it in a lung, and it burst out. So she's been like, she can talk to it by go, and so she can talk to the xenomorph. She has like a trained xenomorph that just kills people, and then it lets her pet it. I'm like, and now there's another xenomorph that just got made. And so it's going to be a xenomorph, like a bad xenomorph versus a good xenomorph. And I finally was just like, I've been trying to give it the benefit of the doubt just because I've watched such shit. And this actually was like a high budget production. I've been trying, and finally the good xenomorph that comes when it's called and just gets pet. I'm like, okay, this is just a bastardization of the Alien franchise. I can't anymore. That was so retarded. Yeah, spoiler alert. That was in the most recent episode. Steve Wyrick, thank you for the 2. Check out Liberal Hive Mind. You won't regret it. What is it? Is it a Twitter thing or a YouTube thing? Oh, is it the Twitter account? Is it this? Oh, this is the Jimmy Kimmel thing. Okay, thank you. Let's check this out. Okay, here we go. So this is what Jimmy Kimmel. I hope this ends his career. God answered my prayers. Okay, so this is Jimmy Kimmel. I probably will get flagged, so I am gonna speed it up. I know you guys hate it when I do that, but it's the only way to not get flagged. And he talks slow, so.
We had some new lows over the weekend with the MAGA gang desperately trying to characterize this kid who murdered Charlie Kirk as anything other than one of them and doing every.
Are you fucking retarded? Oh my God, I'm not even. He's yours. Oh my God. I'm so glad he got fired. Oh my God, I'm like a second into this video. Bro, he's liberal. His parents even said that. Oh my God. Okay, he got fired.
They can to score political points from it. In between the finger pointing, there was grieving. On Friday, the White House flew the flags at half staff, which got some criticism. But on a human level, you can see how hard the president is taking this.
Condolences on the loss of your friend Charlie Kirk. May I ask, sir, personally, how are you holding up over the last day and a half, sir?
I think very good. And by the way, right there, you see all the trucks? They just started construction of the new ballroom for the White House, which is something they've been trying to get, as you know, for about 150 years. And it's going to be a beauty.
Wait, that clip, that's an old clip. That clip of him? That's from like a year ago. Isn't that old? Like, I've seen that clip before. Oh my God. So he used an old clip? Wow.
Yes. He's at the 4th stage of grief, construction. Demolition, construction. This is not how an adult grieves the murder of someone he called a friend. This is how a 4-year-old mourns a goldfish, okay?
And he got fired. Okay. He deserved it. He deserved. I'm so glad all of these people are getting fired. The one that really got me was like the military guys and the healthcare professionals. Holy shit. Like the people that are supposed to be the most compassionate and the most empathetic are the ones that are going like, I'm glad he's dead. I don't have to care about him. I'm like, oh my God, you should not be taking care of sick people. Oh, I don't think so. I thought he heard the reporter mention Charlie. I feel like I saw him talking about something with like construction on the White House a year ago. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's because I don't pay a close enough attention about this. Okay, let me read some of this. Okay, but thank you, Steve, for letting me know. Actually, I'm gonna give this account a follow so I can let's see. Oh, there's an account called Woke Archive that follows me. It's got 258,000 followers. I'll follow you back, man. Hopefully you post funny stuff. Okay, let me read this, but thank you for that recommendation. Cal Crash, thank you for the 10. Even though you didn't say anything, sketch therapy, thank you for you. Why make them kids? Give them missions, tasks, dumb. So the reason why it's kids is they explain that adults can't make the transition from being in a human body to a synthetic body like a child could. That was the reason. K-Max McDonald, thank you for the 10. Anna, did you once say you are Portuguese and thus not considered white? I guess I just considered all European to be white. So if DeCarlos Brown harmed you, I'd say he harmed a white woman. I don't know who DeCarlos Brown is. Is that the kid that stabbed? No, I don't know who DeCarlos Brown is. Let me Google him. Oh, that's the guy that killed Iryna. Oh my God, I didn't even know his name. So here's my entire life. People, when they see me, they immediately, well, I didn't also have blonde hair. I saw some people saying I need to go back to my dark hair. I agree with you. The problem is I have had white hair since I was 19, which stands out pretty considerably when you have dark hair. This is not what I asked for. I just wanted like little bits of like highlight, like, so it would just look like my white hair was just purposely like streaks. I didn't want to be a blonde. I just wanted to have my dark hair with, I told her like specifically to put it where my white hair is all sporadic on this side. I've had it since I was 19. It drives me crazy. You guys can kind of see it. I do my best to tweeze it, but I just wanted like little, like, you know, just like little highlights here and there to blend in my white hair. And instead I got all this. So I need to fix my hair. It is what it is right now. But no, when my entire life, when people came up to me, the first language that they would speak to me in is Spanish, not English, because I look like a little brown monkey person. The only reason my skin is as pale as it is because I lived in San Francisco and I didn't see the sun for 5 years. But I'm dark. Here, let me see if I can find a picture of my very first driver's license. Let me just Google it real quickly. Or not Google, but come on, why can't it should pop up on here. I know I have a picture. I took a picture of my license back when I was 15. Oh, really? Damn it, it knows me. Oh, come on. Oh. Stupid phone. Oh my God. My phone is so slow. Do I really not have? I know I took a photo. Oh my God. Okay, I have to zoom in. Are you guys ready to see how brown I was in high school? Look at me. You see how brown I was with dark hair? So the first language everybody ever spoke to me in was Spanish. I have never felt the white privilege, you know. Tan. I'm dark when I see the sun, and now it's like I moved to San Francisco when I was in for college. I didn't see the sun for 5 years, and I live down in Southern California, and I still don't see the sun now because I don't like going outside. But yeah, I have dark hair and usually dark skin. Would you guys call Cristiano Ronaldo white, or would you call him Latin or Latino? You know? So anytime I was ever told to fill out paperwork that says my ethnicity, I was always told to fill it out as Latino or other. And I am pretty mixed. So, like, you want to know the main continents? It's like we're from, like, my great grandma, who I got my nose from, is from Denmark. So is Viking. We got Portuguese. And then guess what? The other continent that we're from, my family, Africa. Yes, both my parents have African in them. My mom has African from the fucking Congo, and my dad has African from North Africa and Angola. So yeah, I am pretty fucking mixed. Like, so when people go say, oh, well, no one ever calls me I'm white when I have dark hair. It's only when I have blonde. Yeah, pygmies. Exactly. I'm a pygmy. Yeah. So, like, that's my thing. It's like, you know, when people are like, oh no, Anna, you're white. I'm like, I guess I could be, but it's like, would you consider Cristiano Ronaldo white? And you know what's funny? Is like Portugal is literally like just stuck on to Spain, right? If you just looked at the shape, they're right there. But it's funny because people try to argue with me on Twitter. Well, Portuguese are white. And I'm like, then how come people from Spain aren't considered white? How come people from Spain are considered Latino, right? But people in Portugal aren't, you know? It's just weird. But yeah, no, I've always been told to put Latino or Latina and then other, and that's what I do. So I just, whenever I fill it out, I say other. But yeah. Yeah, that's whatever. I don't know why it matters so much, you know? I don't like, I just don't care enough, right? Marcus, thank you for the 5. It took almost 2 minutes for someone to try to help Iryna. Everyone else walked away or shot video. It was infuriating. Yeah. It's fucking awful. Timothy Multayurvi, thank you for the 10. Hey Anna, did you know Sir Chris, Count Dooku, and Peter Tarkin were also companions of Vincent Price? I did know that because I like Hammer horror films. Yeah, there's a really great clip, I think it's from the 70s, where Christopher Lee flew like 4,000 miles to go surprise Vincent for some show that he was doing. It's a really heartwarming clip. I wish that he was in Star Wars as ambitious Imperial officer like Tarkin. That would have been so good. That would have been great, if only. If only, right? Could you imagine if Vincent Price was Sidious? That would have been so cool. You know, the only reason he did The Great Mouse Detective and Edward Scissorhands was that way his grandkids could watch his movies, because everything he was in was too scary for them. Nicholas Perensario, thank you for the 20. Interesting transition into political sphere, shows how intense and important the fight against evil is becoming. It seems you had thoughts about this for some time, but hesitant to be outspoken. When will you start training jujitsu? Maybe when I'm done having babies. I don't know. Here's my thing, Nick. I'm a girl. I really don't have any interest in fighting. Like, the very first boxing match I ever watched, outside from watching the Rocky movies, was the Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul, and that was stupid. Like, that was so painfully rigged. But no, I have no interest in fighting. You want to know what my main priority is right now is, like, I need to lose the weight on the front of my legs. because I lost pretty much all the baby weight. My stomach is back down to being flat. But for whatever reason, when I was pregnant, I gained weight on the front of my thighs. And now I have like a little bit of cellulite right above my knee, and it's driving me absolutely crazy. I do not know how to get rid of it. I go to the gym and I'm like legs, but now it's making my legs like muscly, and I don't want my legs to be muscly. I want them to go back to the way that they were so I can fit back in my fucking clothes, which I do now, but I want this tiny little bit of cellulite to go away. I already do squats. I already do the thing where you're right here and you have the weight and you go like this with your legs. Like I already do all of that. And I've jumped up on how much weight I can do significantly. But let me get this off here. There's this tiny little bit of like fat, like right here where there's like cellulite dimples, and I don't understand it. I'm like, how can that go away? And I didn't have it before I was pregnant. So I got it from being pregnant, and I'm like, how is it like right above my knee is where I gained weight? I don't understand. Like, it's supposed to be in your tummy. I lost that pretty quickly. I went to the gym every single day for months. So I would wake up at 3 in the morning, or I try to get to the gym by 3 in the morning. So I'd go to the gym from 3 in the morning to about 5:30, because that's when people start showing up and they take all the machines. And I had to do it then because I needed to get it done before Peaches went to work. So I needed him and the baby to both be at the house. And that's pretty much the only time that I could go when it wasn't so packed. And I could use all the equipment. So I've been going to the gym like crazy. I have no interest in learning how to fight. I am a girl. Like, why do I need to learn how to punch someone? That's what I have a husband for. I don't want to kick. I don't want to punch things. I have very pretty nails that I pay a lot of money for that I don't want to break. Like, I am a girly girl. I don't want to do, like, that's hell. That is literal hell for me. Anytime I listen to Joe Rogan and he starts talking about fight, I cannot skip it fast enough. I know that's what he's passionate about, that he loves. I'm happy for him. I don't think he cares what nail, pattern I pick next time I go to the nails. So then kickboxing. I have no interest in kickboxing. I get my pedicure done too. I don't want to wreck that either. No, I don't have any interest in fighting. Like, one of the things about being a Star Wars fan is everybody always asks me about like lightsabers, and I'm like, I don't know. I think they're pretty. Different lightsaber forms or fighting styles. I'm one of those people that it's like, I don't care. I don't want to fight with the light. Like, I feel like I'm the only kid in the earth that didn't want to fight with a lightsaber. Like, I want to use the force powers. Like, force push the fuck away from me. I have a bubble that I like. If you're within distance of me, like, unless you're Henry Cavill, our lightsabers should not be touching, right? Like, get away from me. I don't want that. Lightsabers look pretty, like, up on my wall, or like the hilts are pretty. That is my worst nightmare. I know some girls are into it, some girls like it, and that's great. Lots of guys like it. It's not for me. I'd rather learn about the force powers. I'm just not that kind of person. Yeah, actually, Charlie Cook, I just watched a video where there's this old man that's like, I'll let you take the first punch. And Charlie's like, actually, that tells a lot about, you, because you, instead of debating me and having a civil conversation with me, you'd rather just start throwing punches. I feel that. I have no interest in fighting, but thank you, Nick, for the super chat. Mustang 1-1, thank you for the 2. Liberal Hive Mind does longer videos on YouTube. Okay, I'll check it out. I am following him. Jake Cruz, thank you for the 2. When will the first iBook be sent out? So soon, actually. We're gonna start printing. I'm so excited. I'll get a date from the printer, but I think everything is also is in the United States. So I think there's actually one down here in SoCal, but I think it's in Tennessee. I don't know. I'll post an update, but I'm going to be closing down the campaign on tomorrow. So tomorrow night at midnight, I'm going to take it out of in demand. So everyone, make sure that you go and back it while you still can, please, and thank you. I'd appreciate it. And then once it's done and once it's fulfilled, I will launch the campaign for the second one. Lone Wolf Survival 81, thank you for the 10. That Trump clip isn't old. Listen to how clear the question was asked compared to the other questions are asked in the background. Okay, then there must be another one of him because I remember him talking about construction. I remember there being a video or so. Oh, you know what? Maybe I'm mixing it up with the time that he got hit in the face. I could have sworn there was one of him talking about like doing something to the White House. Excuse me. I got him. That hot Cheeto dust. Which, speaking of, it's right here. Oh, there's another dog now? Nope. Okay. Let me read this super chat. Deranged Lunatic, aka DL. Thank you for the super chat. Have you ever been called the N-word? Yes. It's wonderful. Sagittarius A, thank you for the super chat. Anna, Latino is an ethnicity. White is a race. People conflate both all the time. You can be white and Latino. Fun facts of the day. Sketch therapy, thank you for the 2. You didn't mess with politics. Politics messed with Star Wars, pretty much. Thank you for the super chat. Russell Hall, thank you for the 2. Oh my God. Russell, Gates McFadden will teach you jujitsu. No, thank you. Let me check over on Rumble. Oh my goodness. Thank you for the Rumble rants, guys. E. Morse, thank you for the Rumble rant. And I hate to ask, can you make me an admin? I can be Bart time for when Hollow Fox is not here, just for Rumble chat. Okay, there is a whole mission on how to make somebody a mod. Okay, hold on. Give me a second. I have to go do it special. It's so stupid. You can't just highlight someone and make them a mod. So you have to go to, I think it's chat settings. No. Follower and subscription. Follow channels, categories. No. Okay. It's really complicated to do it, and I don't remember how to do it right now. Does anybody in the chat remember how to do it? Maybe on live streaming. I know you have to go to like your followers. I don't remember where it is. Oh no, don't. I have to click on you specifically, right? That's how it is. Give me a second. I know it's a pain in the butt to do. Okay, let me just click. No. Sorry, everyone. You don't have a channel on here. I'm just trying. I apologize, dude. I don't know how to do it. It was really complicated for me to do it for Holocron. I apologize. I have no idea how to do it. Oh. And there. Now we have a backup. I apologize, dude. But thank you. I'll look it up and try to figure it out. Dead Eye Zelox, thank you for the Rumble rant. Hey, Anna, do you think that the asylums could prevent more mental illness from starting after this event? Yeah, I do. Then the next one, Emors, thank you for another Rumble rant. Try getting cool sculpting done for your knee dimples, non-invasive and in and out in about an hour. Yeah, but I've heard that those don't actually work, is what I've heard. I could be wrong though. Let's see. Russell, thank you for the 2. You don't like watching Kirk Fu in Star Trek? I don't mind watching. I don't mind watching people fighting. You know, I don't mind I like watching lightsaber duels. I just don't ever want to do them myself. Doc Brewski, thank you for the 199. John and Shane touch lightsabers. I'm sure that they do. Them homos. Russell, thank you for the 2. That dude was not going to throw any punches, Anna. What dude? Rebel Bangle, thank you for the 10. I'm just here for the Red Pill speed run. Oh, well, welcome. Welcome to the show. Lone Wolf Survival 881, thank you for the 5. That video, he brought up the trucks because they had just started renovating. Am I like just having a complete like Mandela effect? I feel like I've seen that video before. I feel like I am. I feel like I'm being punked. I don't know. I feel like this is the Fruit of the Loom thing, where they tried to say that they didn't have a cornucopia, which they totally did. Nicholas Personio, thank you for the 5. Strength is the opposite of weakness, aka that cuck destiny. Retrospective thoughts on communist propaganda on new gen Star Wars movie. You're giving the new Star Wars movies way too much credit. They are way too retarded to even fit in communist propaganda. Holy movie star, thank you for the 2. Watch real Trump video Kimmel dubbed in Kirk's name. Okay. Does anybody have a link for the real video? Okay, I think I saw where is it? That Star Wars girl. He has talked about construction before, so that mixes it up a bit, but this vid is a new vid. Maybe he just wears the same outfits, you know, because he's Republican now, so like they all wear red because that's like their color. So maybe I've just seen the same tie, and maybe I've heard him talk about construction before, but I feel like I'm in the middle of a Mandela effect. But yeah. Okay, but you guys are saying that they shoehorned in that. Anna, that video was altered. The audio of the reporter was made louder. Trump didn't hear the question over the helicopter. Oh, there's a helicopter there. Oh, so he just altered it for his own shit. Yeah, that's fucking retarded. Okay, thank you for letting me know. I felt like I was having a total mind fuck there. T-Rex Crypto Travels, thank you for the $9.99. It's a terrible thing, but I try to be an optimist of the amount of people that this event has brought to the church and has made me tear up, including myself. I went in for the first time in 15 years. Wow. Well, I hope that brought you something. Obviously, whatever you can do to make yourself feel better. I'm one of those people that I need to be like alone with my thoughts. Honestly, I need to paint, which I have been. I'll show you guys once I'm finished reading these super chats. Divine Petulance, thank you for the 5. Anna, hi from Northridge. Been watching you for years through marriage and babies. You are a solid mama. God bless. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Let's see. Holy movies are they for the 2. He was only asked how he was doing past 3.5 days. Okay. Let me see. All right. Let me see. Okay, so I want to show you guys. This is a sneak peek. If you guys are one of the new people that subscribe that don't know, I paint things. I have an art channel if you're interested in following that, but I painted these. So I'm going to be, for the next iProject campaign, I wanted to add something cool. So, like, look at that. I did something different. You know, I was like, ooh, let's do like something cool, like different. Like, look at this. I did an albino person. You know, and so what I want to do is I wanted to add like different tiers and like, I don't know, something cool. And I've always wanted to like experiment with resin. And so I'm going to make resin coasters. I looked it up, and you can put resin over oil, like over oil paints. So these are just samples that I'm going to test out and try seeing if I can do it. But so I want to do a bunch of different tests. So these are all going to be test subjects. Hopefully I don't screw them up. But yeah, so I did green, blue, gray, and then albino, but I probably should just do another pink and then another purple. But yeah, so here's you guys want to see? And I try to make it equal so there's enough left and right. But would that be something you're interested? Like I was going to make like resin coasters. And so if you get like back one of the higher tiers, you can get one. I might even do like add-ons where it's like, I don't know what I should charge. Maybe like 10, 20 bucks. It does take a long time to make, so I probably should charge more, but I don't know. What do you guys think? Is that cool or is that just too weird? I think it's cool, but you know, I am weird, so. You know, I'm not really a big fan of the gray, but I think if I did it a different way, like I've never done it before where I made like the outside of the eye, the lighter part. But so this was the first gray eye I painted. This is the second one. I'm not the biggest fan of gray eyes, but it's different. It's different. I think it's because I like color so much, and gray is a little bit, too dull for me. But yeah, meh. He says meh. Aw. My wife has gray eyes. Your wife's eyes are probably pretty. These ones are just out of my mind. But yeah, perfect for Halloween. Yeah, I guess. Yeah. But yeah, so I was just thinking about, like, if you back a higher tier, then like have maybe like a coaster set or like coasters. I don't know. I haven't figured it out yet, but oil painting takes a long time, so I have to wait for these to dry. Yeah, that's what I've been working on. Okay, I have been going for over 2 hours. I like to keep these at you aren't you aren't weird, you're Anna. Well, thank you, Mark. Sorry, I should probably put that on a t-shirt, huh? Let's see. Erica Kirksizer. Bro, have you seen that before and after of her all happy-go-lucky, and then, let's see, like the next one where she did that, like, speech, and she just looks like, I'm gonna, get you kind of thing. It's like, ooh, don't want to mess with her, which I don't blame her. Let's see. Okay, different people said that they sent me things. Let me go scroll through. Okay, yeah, I see everybody going over the Jimmy Kimmel stuff. Oh my God, okay, people are sending me this stuff about the boycott. Let me see. Okay, so here we go. The people calling for a boycott of Disney because of Jimmy Kimmel. This is some guy named Brian Kernaston. Boycott alert: Disney/ABC just caved and pulled Jimmy Kimmel for political reasons. Nexstar, which owns the CW plus 200 plus local ABC, NBC, CBS, and Fox stations, is part of the same machine. Boycott Disney, boycott Nexstar, boycott their advertisers. Hit it where it hurts. Money, money, money. This person named Joe. Boycott everything affiliated with ABC and Disney. Pass it on. See ya, Hulu. Subscription has been canceled. Disney is pulling Jimmy Kimmel's show. Oh my God, this jackass. I've had a deal with this guy on Twitter. Indefinitely, because he has made some comments about Charlie Kirk bending the knee to fascism again. Fuck you, at Disney cowards. I stand with Jimmy Kimmel. Boycott Disney, cancel Hulu. Don't let them get away with this. That's funny. I don't remember them doing this when it was Gina Carano. Oh, there's a little bit of TikTok. I'm going to tweet that right now. Tweet has been sent. Oh my God. Petition to replace Jimmy Kimmel with Alex Stein. That would be awesome. Oh my God. I would watch the shit out of that. That would be amazing. Thank you for sending me that. I'm going to bookmark this. Let's see. What else was I sent? Okay, here we go. Is this okay? I don't think I want to play that because I will get flagged. Okay. Well, guys, I've been going for over 2 hours. Thank you so much. I am hosting Jack Show tomorrow. I'm going to do my 250K celebration tomorrow with the guys on Jack Show. Maybe I'll drink a little bit, but yeah. Thank you so much for hanging out. Thank you to everybody that sent in super chats. I appreciate you guys. You guys are awesome. Also, thank you to everybody that's been watching. I had pretty close to 800 viewers the entire show here on YouTube. So thank you, everybody that's been hanging out and watching over on Rumble. Thank you. I had close to 50 viewers. Please smash that like button if you guys have been watching on Rumble. If you guys are watching on YouTube, please smash that like button. I appreciate it. Also, the poll, the results, I said, do you think Tyler did it or is he a plant? 78% said did it. So thank you for that. I'm going to end the poll now. Oh my goodness, Starry Night right at the last minute says for $10. Thank you. I don't believe for 1 second they will actually follow through with the boycott. I know, right? They always say it, but you know what? I bet you they're all the people that are like watching it from their mom's account. I bet you. These are probably the same people who said they would boycott Genshin Impact, but continued playing the game. Probably. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it. Thank you for being here. I saw a lot of new faces in the chat. I appreciate every single one of you. Make sure that you guys have that subscribe button smashed and the little bell next to it. That way, make sure it's set to all. That way, you actually get notifications when I do videos and live streams. I have another channel called Indiana where I'm going to start posting comic book reviews and then unboxing like indie comics or indie projects that I buy like from Indiegogo and stuff like that. So thank you so much for hanging out with me. I don't know if anyone else is live, but if any of my friends are live, can my mods go and post their links? And once again, guys, I'm going to be taking down my Indiegogo for the eye project. I spent 4 years painting eyes, and the first 100 are being made into a book. Here, you guys can see them all here. These are all the eyes that are up on the wall behind me. And it's going to be made into a book. So go and back it. This is going to be the cheapest that it will ever be sold because it is expensive to make a hardcover book, let me tell you. So guys, go and back it now. I really appreciate it. And if you guys want to like my channel and my content, you guys want to go and support me further, I would really appreciate it. The link is pinned in the chat. It's also over in the Rumble chat. So thank you. And if you guys are watching me on Twitter, it is pinned over on Twitter. So guys, thank you so much for being here. Please smash the like button. And until next time, I hope you guys all have a great rest of your day, morning, evening, afternoon, wherever you are in the world. And may the force be with you because we are really, really, really going to need it. Bye, everyone.
I'll tell you where I thought I came in the forest, when the lightsaber goes like this and flies off. I said, oh, what a great entrance. Ah! Ray caught it? She hasn't even been to Dagobah for training. What's the deal?